Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and I'm your watch guy today, and you join me on one of the most incredible videos ever. I've been invited by a brand to fly to their operation and show you all of their incredible pieces. We are flying out to Geneva this morning to meet Blackout Concept, and honestly, you guys really need to stick around to the end because they are offering up an incredible giveaway for one of you. And we are on our way. The watch guy is going international. This was so exciting for me. It was really weird flying on my own for the first time, I've got to say that. But when I got to Geneva, the guys were so welcoming and so much fun to be around. Make sure you stick around for that giveaway. I have actually seen the watch in person that they're going to be giving away, and it is a beauty. One thing to mention is that the studio that we filmed in was actually under renovation at the time. They have since renovated and it looks absolutely fantastic. That being said, I still thought that it looked really great when I was there.
Open the window blinds and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you for your attention.
I am sat in the old town of Geneva, and I am here to visit a very special brand, but not one that you would expect to be set in such a historical and beautiful surrounding. Etienne,
Jason.
so nice to finally be here.
Yeah.
You're going to show me some watches.
Of course.
Great.
Want to come inside? Let's go.
Etienne,
Yeah.
you are one of the CEOs of Blackout Concept.
Yeah.
Now, I can see already your brand is so different to so many others on the market. In your own words, what sets you apart from everyone else?
Okay. So first of all, thanks for being here. It's so cool to have you here in the shop. Blackout is a special brand. I'm going to explain, of course, why. Maybe a little bit of history for the people who don't know who we are. Blackout is a company that was founded in 2007 by a previous owner called Fabrice, and it was at first the first watch customization company transforming watches in full black. It was mostly Rolexes, and this was the business of this brand until like 2016. And after, he started launching his own models, but our real story with Blackout starts in 2022. It's a little disclaimer, but like we changed a lot of things. So if you see some things in the internet before 2022, it was not us, and I think you can see a real change with the before and after. I took over the company with my best friend, Tim. So we know each other since we were like 4 years old. So,
wow.
And it was kind of a dream for us to take over a watch company. The objective was to create something different in the market, and to start in 2022, we wanted to make sure that some very important things were present in the company. A very good after-sales service, a very good customer service, plus the quality of the models that need to be excellent. So we'll go after, I think, in the watchmakers workshops, so you can meet them, see how they work, what they do on the watches also, because we, for example, with the XP1, we transform all the movements here in Geneva. We assemble also the movements there. That's why we have like 3 years warranty. It's more than some of the brands with our price tag and stuff
True
like that.
Swiss quality then.
Yeah, exactly. That's the objective. The objective was to create products with Swiss quality, more affordable, like something that some watch enthusiasts could afford, because a lot of the watch enthusiast dreams are like impossible to obtain, unfortunately. So we wanted to create something different. And in 2022, we worked without communicating so much because we wanted to have the basis really strong on the company. And we had a dream, which was the XP1, who was by the time in production. So the XP1 Tourbillon is the product that represents the most, I think, the brand today. You will see, you will say what you think about the watch right after.
I can see the absolute brilliance of them already. It definitely sets you apart, and honestly, as the brand name Blackout Concept, that is exactly the type of watch that I expect to see.
Okay, cool.
That is the idealism of it.
Yeah, perfect. So the match is great. So yeah, that was the objective for us as watch enthusiasts. We wanted to create like a watch with all the luxury codes, but like bring it into one watch and make it affordable. When I say affordable, it's less than 3K USD. For some people, they say, okay, it's not affordable. You are so rich if you think that. But like compared to if you take this watch and you put it like in another like company with the same characteristics, the price will be like.
Well, if we put it in Richard Mille,
yeah,
it's talking house.
100 times, of course, more expensive. So yeah, we tried to lower the price as much as we could to make this watch affordable for the people. That's why our motto is the unthinkable becomes possible. That's what we repeat in our videos, marketing and stuff like this, because this was what we wanted to create. So we wanted to take a tonneau shaped watch. We wanted to have forged carbon or like special pieces. Like for example, we have also a titanium one, grade 5 titanium XP one. And to finish, we wanted a flying tourbillon. So this is the most exciting part of the watch, I think, because David, that you will meet right after, is a former tourbillon assembler for Patek Philippe. So he knows pretty well those movements. Yeah, we created this with him. We went to Asia because we had to find a tourbillon that was not expensive at the basis, because the less expensive Swiss tourbillon, just the movement is like pretty expensive, more expensive than the watch itself actually. So we had to go there, and we found a bunch of tourbillons. We picked the best one for us in terms of price per value, and we decided to understand why it was not reliable there, because I think for most of Asian pieces right now they are getting into the good reliability, but for complications such as tourbillons, it's not that reliable. I wouldn't recommend anyone to buy like something assembled in Asia for a complication like this. We analyzed it, and there are so many problems. So we wanted to bring it here, understand why it was not reliable, and transform it. So that's what we did, and I think I'm gonna explain it all when we are at the watchmaker workshops.
Honestly, can't wait to see your workshop, because I know what you do to these movements. I've seen these at a base level when they're in Asia, and it's nothing like this. So I know that there's going to be a really solid and really professional system around this to create these type of watches, because what I've got on wrist right now doesn't look anywhere near like it's from Asia.
And yeah, to be honest, also we've had some statistics, but we divided by 8 the return rates since we have, like, let's say the complete transformation on the tourbillon. So right now we have like very good return rates on those movements compared to the industry level.
It's better than some Swiss brands.
Yeah, we've learned that some Swiss brands sometimes with complication they are struggling, and it was hard, but like we managed to have something pretty great. So yeah, so this is the XP one. If you want to, maybe you can have close shots with
I really
on the video.
need to get up and close with that purple. Hi guys, obviously you want to know the details of this giveaway. Blackout have been generous enough to offer up one of their P1 models for one of you guys watching. Now if you want to be involved in that giveaway, you need to go to my Instagram page and to Blackout's Instagram page. Follow us both. There is a post live now for the giveaway. You need to like that post and mention 2 people in the comment section. Make sure you're involved because it's an incredible prize. Now, back to me and Etienne. Obviously, this is your flagship model.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I always say about being a reviewer, a watch reviewer, you obviously put so much time and effort and design into these pieces and just absolute love. My job as a reviewer is to try and put into words how that portrays to myself and then a consumer. Because not everyone, hopefully in the future, everyone can come and see one wherever they are. But at the moment, not everyone can. So we can go on to a review basis of it. The casing is insane. One thing that I touched on before is that carbon fiber models are never the same. So they are all individual. Even though you'll have a numbered model, every single one of those numbered models are unique. I want to touch back on the movement. As I've been outside and looking at them myself and picking up the unique little pieces, obviously the tourbillon is beautiful. But you actually have a lot more going on here. You can see your reserve barrels
Oh yeah.
either side.
Yeah, the reserve barrel. So we have two. Actually, the power reserve of the watch is like 3 days, and it goes with two reserve barrels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, something that you never see.
Yeah.
Especially in the Asian market. I've dealt with Terions in the Asian market. They are very basic. This is obviously a step above. It shows that you haven't just thrown something together. And that's what a lot of brands do. You've obviously taken your time, acquired the parts that you think the client will enjoy, the customer will enjoy and relate to, and you've built something that is special to you.
And yeah, it's important to mention because like we wanted the piece to be as slim as possible, but most of the Asian tourbillons are kind of big, and so we decided to go with a manual winding tourbillon for this reason, because like the automatic one were like massive, and so we had like a big thing on the wrist. We didn't want that. That's why it's very important to us to have those 3 days power reserve, and to make sure once again in testing and in the technical part that actually it can hold this power reserve. And it's not just numbers given away and at the end it just hold like 1 day or something. No, it's really a 3 days power reserve watch. So if you like weekend proof, as they say, if you want to wear it all weekend, like you just have to row it once and then it's all good.
They're gonna see right now is me just getting absolutely mesmerized by this watch.
No, it's so cool. It's so cool to see
that's
this.
exactly what I do every time I pick up something that I actually connect to, something that I actually enjoy myself. It's incredible. I could genuinely go on about this for days. And I have to get it into a small section so people understand it. And that's really one of the hardest things to do, to really portray the beauty of it.
Yeah, it's so cool. And actually, like, it's so cool because I think you've seen it online before. We are doing the best as we can to really recreate how it looks in real life. But since it's forged carbon, since it's a barrel shape also, with the shapes, those are special shapes. It's very difficult to really have, the same impact as you have live seeing the watch on the internet. And so it's cool that you really love it live, because that's most of the clientele is the same. It looks better in real life than it does on the website. And because then you can really feel the forged carbon.
I think one important thing to note is that you didn't get in touch with me. I got in touch with you guys because I saw it online. And I thought it looked incredible. As you say, it doesn't do it justice. Seeing it in person.
We are working on it right now. Try to improve this on our website. It's expensive and it's pretty hard, and like we have to find the right partners to do so. But okay, so cool. I'm glad that you love it. Actually.
I really do.
And I hope the people could like with the footage that you will take could really like feel how it looks in real life.
I've got the blue on now. But the purple is just something completely out of this world for me. And I personally I like very much the colorful ones, because like we use a special paint on it just for the people to understand, because it's also very hard to put it on the website. But like the painting that we use for the colors inside the dial is made that if you are watching at your watch like this and the light is going through, you will have the full colors. But if someone is like 2 meters away and there is no like direct light on the paint, it will look like mostly dark. So it's not like, you don't have like something very shiny on your wrist and stuff like this, but like when you look at your watch, you can see all the details and the colors that you like. Well, that's how it should be. As soon as you look at your watch, it's not to impress everyone else.
It
that's impresses you every time that you look at it. I am impressed.
That's so cool.
I've dealt with a lot of models in the past 4 years and 20 years as a consumer. I don't think I can really say that I've seen something like this before, and especially not at your price point.
That's cool. We do a good job.
And then again, backed with actual Swiss workmanship. It's completely different.
So cool. Thank you.
That's not all that's different though. One thing that I want to portray very honestly is we took a break in between this because you had a customer come in. You didn't rush this customer through because you're filming or anything like that. You sat the gentleman down, you showed him through all the models, you allowed him to go outside so he can see it perfectly in the light, and you actually created a customer experience.
That's the most important to us. This is a little story I say sometimes, but as a watch fan, like the first, let's say, expensive watch that I really wanted, I worked like more than a year to afford it. Saved, every euro that I could. It was in France, so it was euro. The day I went with the actual amount to buy it was the worst shopping experience of my life. And I feel like, and we've confronted it with many clients so far, it's everywhere. Like when you go right now to many luxurious shops, like the experiences are so bad. If you are not like known from the shop, if you are not a VIP, if you are not like very well dressed and like looking wealthy and stuff like this, they won't even consider you. That's very cold. And that's something we don't want in our shops. So we created our experiences to be very warm and yeah, so cool. That's what we say often. And I mean, every brand will speak about their customer experience. But like, if you look at the Google reviews, I think you will feel the difference with us, because we genuinely just want the people who comes into our shops to go out with a smile. And like, the client just before, he didn't buy the watch. I think he might do in the next coming days. He wanted to check with his wife. For sure, when he came out of the shop, he had a great feeling about us and about the brand. And that's just what we want to create. I mean, I think for some of the most luxurious watch companies, it can make sense to have like, you know, some distance and stuff like this, because you feel like you're untouchable and stuff like this. But there are so many normal stores where you have bad selling experience, and I just can't understand that. So anyways, that's something I want. Even if like if you don't like the product, if you are interested in it, and even if you don't and you want to test this point, feel free to send us like an email or an Instagram message or anything. Call us at the shop, and you will see that we reply very rapidly. We are always very kind. There is only a watch enthusiast in the shop, because right now I'm talking myself. Of course, I'm a watch enthusiast, so I can say that I want everybody to be happy. But something very cool in the shops is that most of our salesmen are former clients since we took over the brand. So we are 100% sure that they will do the same things as we did, because that's what they liked when they came in the shop and buy from us. So yeah, just try, and you will. I promise you will feel the difference, and you will not just feel as, okay, another client. And yeah, that's maybe the most important thing apart from the actual product.
Yeah, I approached you through the same way that a client would. Yeah, true. And I got pretty much an instant reply, even with the time differences and even with the silly times that I send my emails off. It was warm. Yeah. It was like, you already wanted to be my friend. And that, I think that's very special, because I've had the same experience, not even just with big brands, with smaller brands too. Okay. That just don't have the time of day. Okay. For someone that they don't think is going to purchase something from them.
The main objective is to have a brand. For us as brand owners, you need to have a brand who look like who you are. Yeah. And that's, I'm a social person, and I wanted to, I want the client to feel this. So yeah, when you send the email, and for us, we were interested, of course, that's why you're here. So that was a very cool email for us. But like, we've had so many messages, you know, sometimes from like partnerships or stuff like this that we don't want. We'll always be kind and like respectful. I think that's the basis of our business.
Doesn't cost anything to be kind.
Yeah, exactly. And I think personally, with what I see in the market, it's lost for so many places. So yeah, at least we want in the Blackout stores.
It definitely isn't here.
Yeah,
and I have just witnessed that for myself.
Yeah, and that's something. I think also it's very important, because if Blackout need to explode sometimes, and I hope it will, I want people to know us not just for the product, but also for who we are and what we want to bring in the market and stuff like this. So yeah, that's important to us.
Yeah, you're doing a fantastic job, trust me.
So cool. Thank you so much for the kind words, actually.
I've already said how much I enjoy this watch. Yeah. And how great the customer service is. Yeah. Tell people how they can see this watch, how they can buy this watch, how they can experience this for themselves. Okay, so basically we ship worldwide for free, so this is not an issue. So far, since we took over the brand in 2022, and that's something also important I want to mention, but like, we did not bring any investors and stuff, because we want to keep our project and like go step by step. So far we are really present in the French-speaking market. So here we're in Geneva. Of course, in Switzerland we are very present, because we have also a partner called Swiss Collector, who's got like 40 shops around Switzerland where you can find some Blackout watches. In France, we opened a shop in Paris last year. Plus we have like resellers in some places in France, also in Monaco.
also in Luxembourg, and we are opening something in Belgium pretty soon. So the French-speaking market is really covered, but not yet in the UK or in the US yet. Yeah, so hopefully soon. If you're interested, you can send us an email if you want to be a reseller or stuff like this. We really carefully select our resellers for the reason I just mentioned before. Most of the time, we are not looking for resellers. They come to us because they like our values and how we want to treat clients. So we are sure that they will take care of the clients also.
That's important.
Yeah. So if you're interested, and if the values that we just shared before resonates in you, you can feel free to send us an email. We would be more than happy to discuss with you. But yeah, we can ship anywhere in the world. We have 2 weeks return policy. Since it's tonneau shape, it really feels great. Like I have a very, very small wrist myself, like 15 centimeters, and like I think if you maybe you will find it's too big on my wrist, but I don't think so. And like if you have a bigger wrist than me, it will work, but most of the people are scared of the size of it. Yeah. Do not be scared if the watch is if you're interested in the watch, just try, and like we have a return policy. Whenever we return the watch, we reimburse if the person is like disappointed about the watch. So I think now we are in the time where we are just expanding and getting more known worldwide, and we have also some cool partnerships that will be coming. A football player that used to play in the UK also will be a partner soon. We'll be announcing it in the next I think months or stuff like this. We already had like a special edition with Nicolas Anelka that you might know. City, Arsenal, Chelsea player.
Liverpool.
Also, he did a lot of clubs.
Unfortunately.
He did a lot of clubs, but we released something with him. We have also the basketball player Mike James, former NBA player, and he was the EuroLeague MVP last year. So for the basketball fans also, that's the watch I'm wearing right now, the collab with him.
They're not small names.
So we are just also trying to get more renown worldwide with those collaborations that will be coming out soon. But I mean, we can't wait to be more present in the UK. Of course, we already have a few great clients in the UK. We have 1 or 2 clients in the UK that are just buying everything that we release.
Don't blame them.
And if you see this video, I will be sending this video to them. So thanks so much if you recognize yourself. But we have good clients in the UK, and we can't wait to have more, and hopefully shop.
You know what? I honestly would love to see you at some of the UK shows, because I think as soon as these get in front of people, it blew me away. Yeah. And I've seen most of the things that people can throw at me now, but
that's cool. And that's tricky for us, because as we want to go step by step, as we want to keep the complete control of our company, our communication, we cannot go with investors who would of course want to take control and do their stuff and go for more maybe profit and stuff like this. But we also know that those watches, some people need to see them before buying. So as soon as we could have more resellers and open new shops ourselves, that's the best thing we'll do.
I can't wait to see it. I think there's some really exciting times ahead.
We are working a lot, but we'll be there soon.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe we can go and show you.
You need to show me the rest of this. I've been walking up and down here. It's one of those places where you see the beauty. Yeah. And then you look up.
Especially Old Town here. We are in Old Town Geneva, and it's pretty beautiful outside of the shop.
You'll have seen through the intro how gorgeous this place is, but I'm taken away by it, especially for such a conceptual brand. Yeah. It's kind of, for me, like the perfect place for you. Yeah. Because it's just like somewhere that you wouldn't expect, but still here, gorgeous.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I agree. So it's cool that you like it. We'll be presenting you more the city, the Old Town, and we'll have some lunch also at a very special place. So.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait. Etienne. So this is where the actual magic happens. Yeah, let's be honest. You have the architect type of work. Yeah. This is the engineer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is where everything happens, and without them we couldn't do anything. So for people to understand, a lot of work are actually done here in Geneva, especially on the tourbillons. So right after you will speak to David, which is the head of everything in terms of technical part. But I'm going to speak just before about what we do with the tourbillons. You have seen yourself. So when the tourbillons are coming here, so firstly there is let's say a most important test part which is done by the manufacturer, because we've sent our requirements, which is way more strict than theirs at first. So when they came here, they are in better shape than what they usually are. And so here it starts the journey of the tourbillon. So at first we are gonna test them with the Vichy machine, with the amplitude, with the precision, with the power reserve. We will do those tests like naked, of course, non-assembled in the case. After those tests are done, we'll put them in the cyclo here, do a simulation, the movement worn, and see if those numbers that we've got before changed or not. Because most of the time with Asian parts, it's very complicated, because you can have good numbers first, and then after you do the simulation for 24 hours, and the numbers are trash after.
Totally changes.
So we want to make sure they stay after it. And this is where the real part and the real transformation happens, because then we'll look with this machine right over here into the tourbillons to see if there is some oxidations on the pieces, to see if the ruby are not micro broken, to see if the screws are perfectly tightened and stuff like this, and to see if visually or if anything on the tourbillon does not look normal. If it is, we will change, of course, those parts with some perfect parts that we order separately. And of course, this task only happens if the figures and the numbers that we had before were perfect. Most of the times the number are not perfect, but we rework them a little bit just in terms of precision and stuff like this, because we want the tourbillons to have less than 10 seconds per day, and that's the most that we have. Most of the tourbillons are like 0 to 5 or 6 seconds a day. And so we have a first rework. If the numbers are good and within our tolerances, then we go to the task I just explained to you. And then after we will do again the test after those modifications that we do on the tourbillons to see if the numbers are still good. And if it is, we'll assemble them in the case, and after all over again do those tests. I cannot tell you everything that we do here. We have 14 tests actually. After we know that they are in the tolerances, we have a list of 14 tests.
There's a massive check sheet of tests to be done.
And so everything is on the TV over there. So we have 14 tests. I cannot tell everything, because we don't want any watchmaker to do the same thing and produce the same results.
Every single one of these movements go through the same.
Exactly. But the easiest that we do are those I presented to you. And when we run all these tests and all those modifications on the tourbillons, after when they assemble, we have very, very good return rates most of the time. Watches are just going with the flow.
Well, I've already seen how strict it is. You've shown me a couple of cases today that weren't up to your standards.
Can show them also to the person.
And I'm going to be honest, the defects aren't major because they don't meet Blackout concepts standards. No.
Exactly. Yeah, for example, one of them had little dust and we just don't work with it. Some maybe would work with it and like just sell it maybe for a lower price.
That's exactly what consumers want. Their standards need to be met with yours.
And we try to always improve, and for those tests that I just mentioned right before, what's important to know is that it's evolving all the time for us to reach new level of reliability. So we have Tim, my associate, who is in charge of all the numbers and stuff like this. For every after sale that we receive, we note down what happened, and we try to understand if we could avoid it with another like test or control or not, which provoked the fact that every month we have meetings with David and his team, and we say, okay, we've had one of those problems, it's the second time since we released the watch, can we have another check just to make sure this won't happen? And by the time we expect to have like perfect product.
Your return rate's so low that obviously shows the hard work that you're doing in here before it actually reaches the customer.
They are very low, and we always want to go lower and lower. And the point is that something what is tricky is that we think we have like the perfect test and stuff like this, and in the next delivery that we will receive, something new can happen. And they sometimes call us with a red flag saying, oh, this delivery seems very strange or bizarre. There is a new thing that we've never spotted before that is on. And then we have to make sure that for this special delivery, we do like some other tests and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty strict. And we do the best to have the lowest return rates that we could. And yeah, it's a very important part of what we do.
This, we'll speak to David in a second. This isn't a basic setup. This is like big. Really impressed me.
Yeah,
like it's not, you say washing machines, but it's not the basic ones that people see.
Yeah,
it's the actual like watchmaker.
Yeah, of course,
like, setup complete. And there's beige on everywhere. Does he know how much it costs?
Man, here I think it's pretty expensive, all the machines and stuff. So, but I will let after David present himself and his backgrounds, and but you will understand that he's coming from the best manufacturers, so we try to have the same standards here.
So one thing that you can definitely see here that I don't really see with other watchmakers is the value that you already provide to the customer before that product even gets to your display.
So yeah, as a growing company, it's very important to us to bring like good value to the clients with what we do, because otherwise they would just go to competitors to have maybe the social recognition from the brand and stuff like this. Here we are sure that with the work that we do, and we know also our production cost with it, and we know the production cost and let's say the price they put on the market compared to us for the same production cost, and we do like less margin than them, but it's a choice that we do right now just to make sure that we bring enough value to the customer, and just to make sure that when they buy a thing they won't be disappointed, say they wanted more, because we know that we cannot cut down the price more than what it is today. I think especially right now, I think we are living in an economic situation where people are really looking for values in what they buy, because it's harder than before. So yeah, we understood that it was a very important part, and I think that's why our number of customers is growing and rising, because they really can feel that they have great values buying from us.
Well, as I said, when we were sat down at dinner and we were looking at these watches, we were sat around massive brands, Rolex, Breitling, Patek, Vacheron, all of them. If you can imagine, they produced a watch with your type of specifications, a tourbillon movement, a carbon fiber case, we're looking into the 100,000s.
Yeah, of course.
Easily. We're looking at house prices.
Yeah, I mean, we've just seen today, I don't know when the video is going to be released, but we've just seen today that AP is releasing a luminous forged carbon watch. I can't wait to see the
thing that you did last year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one.
yeah. So no, it's great. It's great to see that maybe I don't know if they took the idea from us. We were maybe too small, but we had the idea before them. So it's pretty cool.
Shows what you're doing as well.
Yeah. And let's see the price. But I think the price, of course, it's AP. You know, it's our standards. It's a brand that we like. So of course, I'm not comparing to them. But yeah, the prices are just something else. So it's certain that if they look for a luminous forged carbon, they can come to us, and it's going to be.
Your prices are achievable by someone like myself, goes to work every day, not someone that sits in a nice fancy office or retired years ago. It's achievable to someone like myself that goes to work. So I think that's really something that consumers now really like.
Yeah, and we work for this, and this is something I think right now. This is something that won't never change, like in the company. So, you want to meet David first?
I would love to meet.
Okay, let's go.
I've seen your amazing workshop.
Thank you.
Tell me about your background, because obviously you didn't start here.
Moi, j'ai fait 5 ans dans les manufactures. Romain Jérôme, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Vacheron Constantin, Rolex. J'ai créé l'atelier il y a 8 ans en arrière. On est parti de rien. On pensait juste sur une idée, high thinking. Aujourd'hui, on est là. On représente 24 marques horlogères. On fait entre autres du SAV pour Blackout.
Tell me what you do with Blackout Concept. What's your entire process with them and their watchmaking?
Ouais. Alors pour Blackout, on s'occupe beaucoup de la qualité du produit, on s'occupe de l'aspect technique, on fait le SAV, on s'occupe du SAV, de la production et surtout de faire en sorte de répondre à la demande du client qui est aujourd'hui notre cœur de préoccupation et le cœur des pensées qu'on a.
You're obviously a very knowledgeable man when it comes to watchmaking.
Ouais.
Tell me what your opinion is of where Blackout has come from, where they are now, and where they're going in the future.
Alors, au départ, Blackout, c'était comme c'était. Et puis, ça a été repris par Timothy et puis par Etienne. Le cœur d'intérêt, c'était vraiment travailler sur de la qualité et faire des produits qui étaient qualitatifs pour le client. Et aujourd'hui, la recherche, c'est vraiment d'atteindre le niveau maximal. Vraiment, de là où on peut aller, c'est vraiment d'atteindre le plus haut niveau qu'on peut. Aujourd'hui, on a remarqué avec des études que par rapport à la qualité, on avait vraiment surpassé le prix qui était demandé aux clients. Vraiment, le prix, il est là et la qualité, elle est là. Et c'est vraiment, aujourd'hui, de pouvoir offrir ça aux clients, c'est vraiment super intéressant.
Well, we're coming to the end of the day, and I think it's very fair to say, one, I'm very impressed by Blackout concepts, and two, this city is just incredible, absolutely gorgeous.